so back home from Duluth, got home not too long ago. My dad and I just ran to Napa looking for the valve cover gasket, a new one. Didn't have it at Napa, so then we went to Advance. They had one. So I'm gonna throw that on after we eat dinner. My work light right there. The bulb burnt out, so I completely forgot to look at Napa or anything like that if they had another bulb. So I just went downstairs, got my old desk light here, and that gives enough light to work in the engine bay, I guess. So yeah, we'll get the camshaft covers. I think that's what they're called. We're gonna get those all tightened back up and get the valve cover put back on. I would have liked to paint it, but you know, it's a little cold. I would have been rushing, and I want to do it right, so I can do it right now. Yeah, and then picked up that torque wrench from Sears before we left from Duluth. I'm excited to test it out. Okay, so now that I got all my camshaft cover, I think, oh shoot, I can't remember what they're called, but these guys, I got all these bolts torqued down to about 7.2 foot-pounds of torque, or 86.4 inch-pounds of torque. Here is the new seal right here. I got all, let me focus, I got all the bolts back together. So now I need to clean up this rim here, and then apply some liquid gasket along here in the corners especially. And I got to do that on all four of these round parts. Then after that, I'll be able to throw my valve cover and my new gasket back on. And I also will be replacing my spark plug gaskets here. Those sit right over here. As you can see, this guy's got a lot of oil in him, and that's not good. You don't want oil down in your spark plug chamber sort of thing here. This guy's got some oil. Obviously these two are the worst. Those two are pretty much fine, but these two definitely need the new gaskets. So it's a good thing we got the whole gasket kit. So yeah, gonna seal that guy back up. Once it's sealed up, gonna put some new oil in because it's completely drained right now, and we should be ready to fire it back up. Okay, so I got the outer edge here all cleaned off. Obviously there's still oil here and here. I need to wipe that up. And then the spark plug boots that were in those spark plug holes, I need to wipe off the edges of those, make sure they're dry before I put them back in. Okay, so I got everything cleaned off, and I looked down in here. There's actually a little piece of spark plug boot right there. You can see the rubber ring. If you look over on this one, there's no rubber ring going around, and rubber ring. I need to somehow get that out of there. Alright, so after lots of twisting with the needle nose pliers, I finally got the spark plug out of there. As you can see, here's the piece of the rubber boot. I'll take that off, and then I can put the spark plug back on there and put the boots back in there. Okay, spark plug's taken care of. Now I need to apply some of this ultra black maximum oil resistance gasket maker. You want oil resistance for something like this because there's going to be a lot of oil splashing around up here in the head. So what I'm going to do is basically just put this gasket maker here to there, here to there, here to there, and here to there. I think I said that before, but that's just because you've got these corners and these rounded areas that are more prone to leaks on the gasket than some of these straight edges. So I'm going to apply an 1/8 inch just strip along there, and then we'll be ready to throw our valve cover back on. Gasket maker is on. Let's see if I can get a little bit better light there. Next thing to do is throw the valve cover on, tighten it down a little bit till it oozes, and then wait for it to dry. Okay, engine is back together, spark plugs in, everything's good, all in the right order. Studs torque to the right spec, all good. Get the grounding wire back on, vacuum line back on. Not sure what that hose is, but it's back on. And this AC compressor hose is bolted back on. So all that's left now, put in the oil pan drain plug, and then we're gonna pour in 4 quarts of oil, and then we gotta let it dry for a little bit, let the gasket sealer kind of cure, and then we'll be able to start it either later tonight or tomorrow morning. All right, my dad and I just worked forever trying to get the oil filter off my car. It was on there so incredibly tight. We couldn't, everything we tried, we even had an oil filter wrench, couldn't get it off. So I took a long flathead screwdriver, pounded it up right through the oil filter, and then was able to crank on it and get it started. And then, you know, hand loosen the rest of it. So we got the new one on, and now all that's left is to throw in the 4 quarts of oil, and we should, be ready to start her up in the morning. That's a wrap. Got everything in, everything back together, oil's in there. All that's left to do is, is start it up in the morning once that gasket maker is dried, and hopefully everything works. So yeah. Okay, so now that the car's done, I went to Farm and Fleet quick and picked up some high heat putty adhesive. It's a JB Weld product, and my Blox racing cap that was on my camshaft seal actually fell off, so I just used that high heat putty on there and then put my camshaft little Blox racing logo thing on there. I stuck it on there. Hopefully it'll stick. The putty is meant for high vibration and high heat, 300 degrees. Typically the engine runs at 180, so I don't think there should be really any problems there. Yeah, now I'm back downstairs. Gonna be doing some loads of laundry and a little bit more research on the vehicle, my car, and plans before I go to bed tonight. I'm really tired, but got stuff to do, so.
Screamed out loud again. You
guys, I think I'm going to call it a night here. I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog today. Maybe it was a little informative, a little exciting. You guys saw some work on the Taggy. I'm just going to finish off the night doing more laundry. I get a load of the dryer in, I get a load of the washer in, and I've got another load to go in. So I'm going to be up for a little bit still, but not too much is going to be happening. Probably going to crawl in bed and do a little more research, and yeah, I guess I'll find out what I'm doing tomorrow. If you guys like what you saw, feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff, and tomorrow is going to be a fun day. See you then.